So there's been a hurricane coming up through, I think, the Texas Gulf up through the Carolinas, and it's been raining for pretty much a whole week, so I haven't been able to ride the Metropolitan in that entire time. So it's the first nice day in like a week, so we're gonna take it for a little scoot around town. I keep the Metropolitan in our home office slash home gym slash storage shed, and this is what the process looks like of me trying to take it out of this little mini house. Our backyard has this big sliding gate, and it goes to this alley, so this is usually where I start my rides, as I've got to drive it down this little gravel road, and it's actually pretty good now. They recently laid down some rocks, and the city does a pretty good job of relaying down rocks every couple months or so when it just needs to be repaved or re-rocked or whatever you want to call it. And here I am pulling out onto our neighborhood street. That's the Boys and Girls Club on the right over there. And so we're cruising now. This is the neighborhood I live in Richmond, Virginia. This is the Church Hill neighborhood. It's a really cute neighborhood, and we like it here. There's just enough little businesses and bars and stores, and you can walk to them or ride the scooter, which is also fun. And it's just a cute neighborhood with a lot of little families, a lot of older families, younger parents and stuff, and just lots of people walking their dogs. Here is one of the bigger roundabouts in the neighborhood. Not everybody knows how to use them, so sometimes they're dangerous and most times they're frustrating because people are just kind of weird when they approach them in their cars. There's an ice cream shop there, that's probably the best, and there's Pizza Bones, probably the best pizza in the city. It's our favorite for sure. This is Union Market. They make sandwiches. They have a really nice outdoor space. It's pretty standard, but good. And once we cross this intersection, we're, I think, leaving Church Hill and entering the Shockoe Bottom neighborhood. So you can kind of tell already the vibes changed. The buildings are taller. Things are a little more businessy. This building over here, though, Whisk, to the left, has a really good bakery. You know, we don't make it there as often as I would like, but that's probably okay. I don't need to eat pastries that often. And so now we're cruising through the Shockoe Bottom neighborhood. There's the Poe Museum right there. You know, I've been in Richmond about 10 years, and I still haven't gone. I don't know why, because I've lived within the vicinity of it, like, the entire time. And you can see in the distance, that's downtown with those really tall buildings. That's where we're headed right now, but we're kind of cruising down the main Shockoe Bottom street. This is Main Street. And you see that clock tower up there on the right. I actually used to live in an apartment over there, and we're gonna go underneath this train. That's fun. And again, when we cross this intersection, I'm not sure where the line is, but in my mind, we kind of go from Shockoe Bottom to officially the downtown area. So I've been riding this thing around, scooting around Richmond for, I don't know, a couple months, and I really don't have a lot of experience with scooters or mopeds, but from my perspective, it's like a really wonderful city to ride this scooter around. I do it multiple times a week, just maybe an hour or two, just riding around randomly, exploring neighborhoods that, you know, normally you wouldn't take in your car. I feel like when I'm in my car, I just want to get to where I'm going as fast as possible, but, you know, when I'm on the scooter, I just meander around. And so now we're leaving downtown and we're starting to enter the FAN and VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University. Oh, you can see it up there on the left. And I didn't know when I went on a ride, but I think it's move-in weekend for the new college students, so it was a little hectic down here. You can see kids and parents unloading cars, getting ready to, start their exciting college adventure. And on the right is the Altria Theater. I've seen a couple shows there. It's a really nice theater. And VCU is interesting because the campus kind of fuses with the city. I went to JMU, where the campus is completely separate from the city. VCU is just kind of scattered throughout it. And now we are in the FAN, definitely and for sure. I love riding around Richmond because all the buildings are just so fun to look at, and the architecture and the trees are all very beautiful. There's always fun colored buildings, and the murals are beautiful. There's one right there, another one to the left. They're just everywhere. There's almost no buildings that don't have some kind of mural on them. There's Sidewalk Cafe on the left. When I have friends who come into town, that's one of my favorite places to take them, because it's just a really casual bar, has a really nice outdoor area, and, casual vibes, cheap drinks, and it's very walkable. On the right there is Sticky Rice. When I was younger, that was a cool place to go, but now it gets a little too wild for me. I think this person's trying to parallel park. I'm not sure. We're going to go around them. Parallel parking is stressful. I've gotten a lot better at it, but I still get stressed when there are people behind me. So my original plan for this ride, just shooting some video, goofing off, scooting around. I was gonna, go through downtown and then drive back towards home down Cary Street, through Cary Town. It's one of the biggest attractions in Richmond. Lots of shopping, lots of food and drink, just a really cool place to be. But you can see I keep looking down there to go to Cary Town, and it's blocked off. And apparently today was the Watermelon Festival, which I had forgotten about, but I'm trying to figure out how to get over there. And you can see all these other people are probably doing the same thing, trying to find parking, but they shut down the entire road in Cary Town because it's just a really big festival. People are walking in the street, there are vendors. It's just a really good time. And so I'm just gonna pull onto this road right here and find a place to park and check it out while I'm over here. So I'm just kind of investigating the situation. I see the road's closed, so I'm gonna do a quick little loop through this parking lot. and I know this is a one-way road, but I'm just on a little scooter, so whatever, because I'm parking here anyways. What's nice about this thing is I just popped it up onto the curb and put down the stand and kind of bike locked it to this tree, and I am parked and ready to go now. So I'm at the Watermelon Festival, got a cup of watermelon and walked around. It's a pretty good time, pretty good watermelon, and now I am finished and headed home. So I'm gonna pop back onto the street and skedaddle. So again, this is a one-way street, so I'm gonna go through this alley to get to the other street that goes the other direction. These people are in the way, and then this lady kind of looked at me like I'm the problem, but I was just barely moving, going around these people and through this back alley, and we're just gonna head home from here, I think. I've been out for a couple hours. I'm starting to get hungry, so it's about that time. It's not that bad here, but in a lot of places, Richmond's pretty infamous for having cars parked all the way to the corners of intersections, and it's like you can't really see around them, so, you know, you kind of have to like pop your face out into the intersection and just go for it. Whenever there's festivals like this in the city, it's just for blocks radiating outwards. People are just kind of wandering the streets, and I love to see it. It's fun. People are full of food, full of drinks, just walking around, having fun. So I just love riding through this city and looking at all the buildings. And on the left is the VMFA, that really big building up there on the left, the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts. It's a really good museum. It's free except for the special exhibits, but if you're ever in Richmond or the vicinity, definitely check it out. Alright, and we are cruising again, just checking everything out. I really love looking at all these cute houses and buildings, and you know, I love the summertime, even though it's pretty hot and humid here in Virginia. But I am excited for the fall, to ride around in the fall as all the trees change colors and all that fun stuff. It's just, I think it's gonna be nice, and I won't be as hot scooting around in the sun. there's really no point to this video other than I just wanted to, record a little bit of some of my rides and, share what it's like riding a scooter slash moped around a small little city. It's something I thought about for a while, and if it's something you're considering, maybe this will help push you in that direction, but I've been trying to take every opportunity I can to ride it. Like, I had a doctor's appointment earlier this morning, and I rode it. I take it to the gym. If I've got to run to the store or do a quick errand, I'll ride the thing, because it makes it more fun. And, I do have a car, but like I said, riding this thing's a lot more fun. It's a lot more friendly on gas. I mean, I filled it up with premium, and I was pretty much on empty. And yeah, the tank's not very big, but I filled it up with premium, and it only cost me like $2. I don't know if you heard that notification, but that was my Teams notification going off, so someone from work wants something from me. Sorry if that triggered anybody watching this, because I know that Teams sound is stressful. That was cute, those kids taking pictures with the VCU signs. Very exciting for them, starting college. What a magical time. So yeah, we're back in VCU land. There's a park to my right, and then I'm pretty sure these are all dorms to my left. So you can see people unpacking cars and balloons, and kids getting ready to move in and meet their new roommates, who will potentially be their best friends forever, or it will be an awkward first year of college with their roommate. It's one or the other. And again, we're crossing this intersection and kind of moving from the fan into the downtown area. That is the main public library to the right there. It's a pretty cool place. I've been there a couple times to get books and to see some performances. I used to work for a local chamber music society in admin, and I helped put together free classical concerts there. It's a pretty cool thing. I do miss that job, but with many nonprofits, and especially many arts nonprofits, just didn't pay enough. So, I did it for as long as I could, but I had to move on. Alright, and we are on Broad Street now, one of the other main roadways in the city. I don't like to be on it all the time. It's a little bumpy and a little busy and crazy, but this section of it isn't too bad. There's the National on the left there, one of the best venues in the city. Seen a lot of concerts there, and when I first moved to the city, I played in a band and we played there. That's fun. That is City Hall to the left, and then that is the Children's Hospital with the yellow on it. There's this cool gothic looking building on the right.
I'm not really sure what it is. I think it's part of the state capitol because there's a bunch of government buildings on that block to our right. And further up, this road goes downhill pretty steep, and I don't like to ride down it because it's a little bumpy, so we're gonna take this right, drive right past that trolley, and we're gonna go back to Main Street. And we are now entering the Shockoe Bottom neighborhood again. There's that clock tower, if you can see it. That is a strip club to the right. You know, they got a little bit of everything here. That's a train station to the left there. I still haven't ridden the Amtrak, but I think we're gonna try to ride it this fall, take a trip up to New York with some friends. There's like you can just ride the train up there from here. This guy's trying to turn left, so we're gonna scoot by him. And now we're going to take this left and basically go from Shockoe Bottom back into Church Hill. You can see they call it Church Hill for a reason, because we're going like straight uphill, and this thing tops out at like 20 miles an hour when we're going up a hill this steep. But you know, he's doing pretty good. He's trying his best. He's scooting along. We're not in a rush. Right, and we are pretty much back in Church Hill proper now, just heading back home, but I think I might have taken a couple detour turns, because I can't help it when I am riding this thing around. I'll just take random streets and random turns and just kind of check out some places I normally wouldn't see or wouldn't see very often. Here's that roundabout again, and we're just gonna zip on through it. we're gonna go around this bus. I think it's stopping, either dropping someone off or picking them up, but it looks like someone's parked a little too close to the bus lane, so I had to stop in the middle of the street. Here's one of these tiny roundabouts that I think people aren't sure whether to treat them like a roundabout or not, which just adds to the confusion, but you know, it is what it is. I am also a proponent for, if you can slow cars down, if you slow them down through confusion, I guess that works too, because this is a neighborhood, you know, people are walking their kids, walking their dogs, walking themselves. And yeah, I'm pretty much almost back to where we started, so thanks for coming along on this ride on the old Honda Metropolitan. I'll see you in the next one.